Hey guys, welcome to Sun-Kissed Reactions. My name is Courtney. Today we're going to be getting into Fruits Basket Season 3, Episode 0. So if you're looking for seasons 1 through 2 of Fruits Basket on the channel, you can stop because you're not going to find it. This is a brand new channel and I wanted to start it in time to watch the last and final season, unfortunately, of one of my all-time favorite shows, Fruits Basket. This show is perfection for me. Season 1 was fun. Season 2 had a lot of questions partially answered, but then some answered, and then we have new questions. So I'm very excited that we didn't have to wait that long for a season 3. Again, it is the final season, so I'm sad about that. But hopefully we'll have 25 episodes of greatness. Or maybe 26, since they're starting with 0, maybe? Would be nice. Bear with me. I've never worn a microphone before, so if my hair gets all in the way, or if I'm too loud, or if I'm rustling, just bear with me. I'm still learning. But yeah, let's before we get into season 3, let's not necessarily recap season 2, because there was a lot going on there, but I want to talk about my biggest questions that, since this is the final season, I would anticipate that are going to be answered within the next 25 episodes. My biggest question, and before I start, this is the dub. I think this dub is super amazing. It's one of the best dubs out there. I will almost always react to anime in dub if I can legally get my hands on it. If there's something that people really want to see, or that I really want to watch and maybe put it on a poll, like there's a couple that come to mind, such as Vinland Saga or Banana Fish. Neither one of those have a dub. I would not be opposed to reacting somewhere later on down the line to either one of those shows, or both, or to a show that doesn't have a dub and may never get one. But for Fruits Basket, this is the dub. I've gone, this many episodes with the dub. I'm not going to change it now. Anyway, so let's get to the big questions I have. My biggest question from last season, and this may not seem as significant to others than it is to me, but I want to know, who is Ren? I thought it was a dub mistake, honestly. Because there's a Reen, the horse, zodiac spirit, right? But Shigure would sometimes say another name, he would say Ren. Is Ren causing troubles? Well, Reen was causing troubles, so I figured maybe it was a dub mistake that just never got fixed. And then I was on a rewatch of season 2 about a month ago, and I had the subtitles on. And when I got to those parts, I specifically paid attention to how they would spell Reen or Ren. And lo and behold, they're two different people. So we have never seen Ren, but we have heard Ren. It sounds like a female. I think in Japanese culture, Reen, R-I-N, is female, and Ren, R-E-N, is male. However, Rin in this show sounds like a seductive type of female. Um, and it poses the question because it was stated in last season that Akito doesn't like women. And it got me thinking, is that because of Ren? Because Ren did try to seduce or get Kurano into her house or her bed or whatever it was. And his statement to her was Akito probably wouldn't like that too much, because we did find out at the end of the season that not only is Akito a woman who is either masquerading as a man or what, or just identifying as one, I'm not sure, but is also in what looks to be like a physical relationship with Kurano. I believe that Akito keeps Kurano close because he has somehow broken the curse. The bond between the Zodiac member, him, and Akito is gone. It's broken. He can no longer transform into a rooster. So I think he's going to be a huge key factor. Even though he says he doesn't know how it happened, it just all of a sudden he felt like something snapped. He felt free, and he couldn't fly anymore. But Akito had a little meltdown. She seemed to be very young, and just basically guilt tripped him into staying, and he promised her he would, and they've been together ever since. It seems like maybe it was about 10-ish years ago, maybe more. Kurano definitely was younger. Akito definitely was younger than she is now. I didn't know if Akito was a man or a woman at all throughout the entire series. I knew it was voiced by a woman, but I figured maybe with her being a god to them, that maybe it was genderless. But no, turns out that she has got the body of a woman, and she is for sure a woman. So Toru knows that now, because Kurano told her. I don't know if he meant to, but she did. She freaked out. I'm not sure what difference that would make in their plans. But yeah. Another big question that, besides what the biggest question, right? How to break this curse. Again, like I said, I believe Kurano is going to be a huge factor in that. If we can get him away from Akito long enough and get him, he needs to be with Uotani, because he loves her and she loves him. So they need to meet again. But another big question is, what is Sugare's true agenda? He calls himself an unrepenting schemer. And even though Hattori doesn't approve of his methods, he's not stopping him, and he's commending him on actually doing something. And then another thing is that I hope maybe that they'll address. They don't, it's no big deal. But I kind of hope that they address the powers in this world. There are some that have powers, like Hattori. How does his mind suppression, or how did Yuki put it in season 1? He called it like a, I'm drawing a blank. Like a form of hypnosis, I think is what he said somehow. I don't know how that works. So I kind of hope that's explained a little bit on how he became into this uh, power that he has. And then uh, when Akito was talking at the annex with Kyo, she got close to him, and like there was like this like these tentacle type things that were like, I don't know, and she was trying to, I don't know if it was trying to like control his mind. I don't know if that was something physical that they could see that she was actually doing, or was that an anime thing, just a visualization for us. Either way, she's got some kind of power over them. And I don't know if it's just because of the bond that is linked between her and all of the Zodiac members or what. So those are my biggest questions. And of course, is Kyo and Toru going to end up together? Because I pray that that happens. I don't want him to be locked up. I don't foresee it going that way, the way to where he's actually going to be locked up, even though he is trying to push everybody in his life away. Kaguta, he says, I'm not going to fall in love with you. He says he's not going to fall in love with anyone. But he absolutely loves Toru. And I believe Toru is coming around and getting to the point to where she is also, I don't know about maybe in love, but at least interested in Kyo. She at least cares about him enough to fight Akito in the end. And maybe that will change Kyo's mind if they can get that bond to be broken. So, with all that being said, let's get into this video. Please, if you like this video, please then like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Okay, episode 0 of Fruits Basket Season 3. Well, one of my questions was answered. Who is Ren? So Ren Soma is Akito's mother. Okay. Gotta say I didn't see that coming. And she raised Akito as a boy her whole life. They said Ren is troubled both physically and mentally. She seems a little crazy. Yeah. I don't know. I hope that we get more on that relationship, because I don't know if she's just always been that way, that kind of person, or if it was because of Akito and who Akito turned out to be. Maybe she's envious, maybe she's jealous of her daughter becoming, being the one that was divinely picked as the head of the family. They also talked about an Akira. It didn't really say who that was. I would presume that Akira was the father and the husband to Ren. Ren says she wants to, go to heaven one day and be reunited with Akira. Unlike her daughter, who apparently she thinks doesn't deserve to be in heaven, I guess, or be with them. And I started writing something down and I didn't finish it because something else popped up, so I don't know what that note is, but Another interesting thing that I didn't know, I kind of always knew that Akito was fairly young, but I didn't realize that Akito was actually quite a bit younger than the four oldest Somas. So she's younger than, because Kurino, Shigure, Hattori, and Ayame, they all had this same dream where they woke up crying. And I remember that from season 1, where Shigure had talked about that dream, and that he was going to make that dream a reality. Now, from my understanding from this episode, that the dream was that they all dreamt that Ren was pregnant with who was going to be the head of the family, who was going to be that god to them that would have that bond with this person. Then they all kind of went a little Full Metal and just kind of clawed at her stomach. It's a little weird, but whatever. I think they said that Ren didn't even realize she was pregnant at the time when they all came to her. So they all know the truth about Akito from the start. They knew that Akito was a girl, but was being raised as a boy, and I'm assuming they were sworn to secrecy with that. I can't remember if they said that or not. And Ren always argued with Akito about this bond that she clings so hard to, saying that it's not real. It's something that you've manifested just to keep them close so that you don't lose anybody. And so Kurino said when his bond broke, he could tell that bond that they shared was in fact a farce, and that Ren was right. But because of the major meltdown that Akito had, he couldn't leave her, and so he has stayed by her. He's promised to stay by her side, and he has stayed by her side. And then kind of towards the end there, we were back in our timeline, and Rin and Reen ran into each other. And she has offered Reen her help. With what? I have no idea. Is it like help with breaking the bond? I'm really not sure. So I'm assuming that we're going to get into that within the next episode or two. It was just kind of nice to see everybody again. We didn't see everybody, but we saw most of them. Apparently, Yuki doesn't know how to cook. Which doesn't surprise me, because before Toru came in, they all ate out anyway. Yeah, it was partially a recap on this episode, and then we got some major a major question answered, and I'm excited to explore that character and the relationship that she not only has with Akito, but with the rest of the Somas as well. As being the mother of the head of the family, I don't know if that garners any kind of importance within the Somas. She obviously knows about the Zodiac. What happened to the dad? Was that the dad, the blonde guy that was telling Akito that, he would, always be there for her or something like that, protect her. I can't remember, but that's what I had started writing down, and then I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's all the things I have. I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this next episode. If you like the video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching this season 3 premiere of Fruits Basket, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.